Yeah. We don't steal anymore. We draw inspiration. Got it. Exactly.
It's Issues with Brian.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's B. Dougie, and I've got a big surprise for you, which is a landing page for open source. This is our original landing page. This landing page I was throwing together by myself. Thanks so much, MT Foley, with the help with the dark mode. That will actually stick around. What I'm going to basically do is go to app, like kind of how app.netlify works, have app.opensource, so that way we could make sure that the landing page is as super fast as possible. But let me just break this down. So this is, I've been working with a UX designer on some help with the open source dashboard. This is like basically a design mock. This is not what it's going to look like. Once we start going back to opensource.pizza or the app.opensource.pizza in the future, we'll start updating the UI. We had talked about a couple weeks ago about community scores, so we'll have that highlighted. Honestly, think we'll probably flip these where the community score goes to the top and this type of data just bumps down. But anyway, we'll talk about that in the future. The sauce, this inspiration was basically sauce. We're not leaning into the pizza angle as much because we want to provide a professional tint to the project, because the hope is that we can encourage companies and projects to come on open source and provide contribution, support, and help and mentorship. So this is essentially just a bunch of copy I sort of hodgepodge put together. Actually, to be quite honest, I kind of took it from Stripe's website, to be honest. What is it? Millions of companies of all sizes, from startups of Fortune 500, use Stripe. So yeah, I basically just grabbed the same tool. But this is the inspiration. So when I passed it over to the designer, I said, hey, Stripe's got a great landing page. Can we do something similar? So this is essentially a one-to-one creation. So that's the secret sauce of open source. And it will be an evolution. But I appreciate the hearts, likes, and the faves in chat. I was going to actually drop this in chat on Monday because it was ready on Monday. But yeah, we don't steal anymore. We draw inspiration. Got it. Exactly. Yeah, so this is open source. And for the moment, it takes you to hotopensource.pizza, because what I want to do is actually start work. Once I finish the last two features on hotopensource.pizza, the hope is that you could start by going there until we fix up this project. So this project is going to need a bit of a facelift. So my hope is that we can apply some of the UI changes to the other project here. And that way we'll have some sort of synchrony when it comes to open source properties. So this is it's gonna need a lot of work. And I keep promising I'm gonna scope this out, put it into issues and project boards, but for whatever reason, time is very expensive for me right now, so I don't have a lot of time. So this is the project, and it's nothing really too crazy. I also remembered the login doesn't exist, so I think we're gonna point login to this site, and we'll do some fancy redirections. So that's the project itself. And I also wanted to point out, I think it's opensource.sanity.studio. So the one thing I did want to point out is the fact that all the landing page copy, it's powered by Sanity. And I did that intentional because I wanted to make it easier to make quick updates to things like the copy. So like if we wanted to change out the image, we don't need to create an entire PR for that. In my experience, when you have landing pages or marketing sites, which this would fall into like a marketing page, it's going to be so much easier just to like A/B test and quick hit changes through Sanity, as opposed to full on create PRs and et cetera, et cetera. So also, this is where we can also delete and remove some of these social cards. So like I can drop off Stripe, and I can drop off, so probably just need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's remove Netlify, because technically we haven't done any content with Netlify. So and we haven't done content with Move yet. So now I can publish to the production, and then what should happen is that should be live, but it might take a second. I think there's like caching with Sanity. So by the time I go back and look at it again, we'll just have four moose heads up here, which I don't know. Does anybody else call that moose heads? Moose heads is like what we called it when I used to work on marketing sites like netlify.com. So they have, yeah, here are some moose heads. So anyway, someone else correct me if that's not the case. But I also wanted to go into the landing page and do two things. One, we're going to actually make this public, so appreciate the work John's done. I made it a private site because, or private repo, mainly because I just wanted him to basically have full reign and be able to work on this. And he ended up turning around pretty quickly for me, so I appreciate all the effort he did. And also congrats on the new job as well. So now it's a public repo. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to swap it over to OpenSauce.pizza, so that way the landing page will no longer have new. And then what we'll do with OpenSauce.pizza, we'll add app.opensauce.pizza. So just for FYI, I didn't actually talk about this or write this anywhere. Saying it now because we can document this later. But now the landing page is open sourced. Feel free to take a look at that and how we sort of set it up. It is a next site. And the next site is mainly just out of inertia for John's sake. But the beauty of that is if we go to Lighthouse and we check out the Lighthouse score. So performance is 99, which I don't know. It's interesting. It was 100 at one point. So reduce unused JavaScript. So there's one thing we could do to make this work. Yeah, I don't even know what it is. Minify JavaScript. So yeah, maybe there's something we could do to improve the score. But for now, it's almost 100. And we also don't have a progressive web app, which is fine because I don't think a landing page needs a progressive web app. All right, so that's the new landing page. If you have any thoughts, comments below, definitely open up an issue if you want to help support this. But for now, we're going to start with the above the fold experience, and then now we see that the moose heads have updated too as well. Kind of looks a little awkward with only 4. Maybe I add 4 more back in, but I'll add like unique projects. All right, so there's that, and then what was the other thing I was going to say? This has been Issues with Brian.
It's Issues with Brian.